Hi everyone, I'm Sam.
And I'm Walter.
And this is Unit 10, RAP Monsieur. So basically there has been a hero that has unfortunately passed away recently, and this comes just 1 year after he fought a battle actually where a couple took him to court and they wanted to silence him.
Yes.
And his name was Maurice their cock.
Yeah,
I
I think that stands for I think it translates as chicken or
Yep.
like rooster or something like that. Most likely rooster.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. So Maurice drew the ire of a couple of Parisians who actually wanted to escape their city life and go to the countryside. And they actually have a kind of country home where they visit 5 days in a year.
Yep.
But unfortunately there was Maurice there, a rooster. And to the couple's chagrin, Maurice was not the type of rooster who would just wake up quietly and get a cup of coffee.
Draw the ire.
Draw the ire.
Chagrin.
Chagrin.
Now, in true city slicker, I guess, style, the Parisian couple then tried to take Maurice to court, which is a little strange because it's an animal. Well, I'm sure they tried to take the owners to court anyway. And he was trialed in absentia, but luckily the death penalty wasn't on the table for poor Maurice.
City slicker.
City slicker.
In absentia.
In absentia.
On the table.
On the table.
Walter, when was the last time you visited the countryside?
Drove past the countryside a few times recently, but last time I got to sit back and relax and spend some time in the countryside was maybe, a long time ago, going back maybe 10 years. I used to live in the countryside. So that's why I know that roosters aren't that bad, and to be honest with you, if that's a problem, you shouldn't be in the countryside anyway. And when was the last time you were in the countryside?
Oh, it's also a tough question for me as I've gone past the countryside a few times, whether it's when driving or via train. I want to say about 2 years ago.
Okay.
2 years ago in England, yeah.
In England, now, you don't live directly in London, you live just outside of London.
Right.
Now, is that area countryside, or would you still consider it like an urban area?
No, I'd consider it a lot more kind of country
Okay.
than urban. It's definitely in the middle. It's a suburban area, but literally a few blocks behind my house that we have a farm and just fields that extend for miles. In your hometown, or when you last visited the countryside, what kind of sounds did you hear?
We would hear a lot of birds. We have a lot of wildlife near my I guess, childhood home. We would constantly feed the birds. And in Australia, we have a very large variety of birds. So there wouldn't just be one style of bird. There would be 10 or 15 different chirps or sounds that birds make. I used to live next to a kind of chicken farm. So I would often hear the roosters in the morning, and that's why I just didn't understand this Parisian couple.
Right, yeah. So that will do it for our preview section, and we'll see you in the review.